we will discuss the different schedules which comes under final accounts of banking company. There are 16 schedules under final accounts of banking company. The first 11 schedules will come under balance sheet. 12th schedule will be shown as a footnote after preparing balance sheet, and the last 4 schedules will come under statement of profit and loss. So we'll see the format of final accounts of banking company. So first schedule is capital. Second one, reserves and surplus. Third, deposits. Fourth, borrowings. Fifth, other liabilities and provisions. Then in the second part, so we will record all the assets. So under that, cash and balance with Reserve Bank of India will be recorded under Schedule 6. Balance with banks and money at call and short notice will be recorded under Schedule number 7. Investment, Schedule number 8. Advances, Schedule number 9. Fixed assets, Schedule number 10. Other assets, Schedule number 11. Then the last one, contingent liability, that is a Schedule number 12. It will be shown as a footnote after preparing balance sheet. And I told the last 4 schedules will come under statement of profit and loss. So in statement of profit and loss, we have 4 parts. First one, income. So under income, we have interest earned and other income. Interest earned will come under schedule number 13 and other income will come under schedule number 14. In the second part, we have expenditure. So under that, interest expended, operating expenses, provisions and contingencies. So interest expended will be recorded under schedule number 15 and operating expenses will be recorded under schedule number 16. And no any schedule number is given to provisions and contingencies. So in the third part, it shows the profit or loss. So net profit or loss for the year. The difference between the interest and expenditure will be considered as a profit or loss. So if any last year profit, if it is carried forward, then it has to be shown here. So if the company, if it is having any last year profit or loss, it has to be adjusted with the current year profit or loss. Next, in the fourth part, so we have appropriation. So out of the profit, we should make the appropriation towards certain reserves. So first one, the most important thing is transfer to statutory reserve. So it is mandatory for every banking company that they should transfer 20% of their current year profit to the statutory reserve. 20% of current year profit. 20% of current year profit must be transferred to statutory reserve. Then apart from that, so we should transfer to reserve fund if it is provided in the problem, then transfer to government or proposed dividend, then the final balance carried over to balance sheet. So this is the final figure of profit, right? So now we will discuss each and every schedule in detail. So first one, capital. So look at the format of capital. Authorized capital, issued, subscribed and called up capital. So out of issued, subscribed and called up capital, we must deduct the calls in arrears, and if there are any forfeited shares, it has to be added. So we'll get the paid up capital. In schedule number 2, that is reserves and surplus. So first one, statutory reserve. So if in the trial balance, if they give any opening balance of statutory reserve, the opening balance should be taken into consideration, and additions during the year, 20% of the current year profit transferred to the statutory reserve must be added here, less any deductions during the year. Second one, capital reserve. So opening balance, same, any additions during the year, less deductions during the year. Third, share premium. Here also opening balance, additions less deductions. Next, revenue and other reserves. Here also we should make the additions and we should deduct the deductions. Next, balance of profit or loss last year. Next, schedule number 3. So under this we have deposits. We have 3 types of deposits: demand deposit, saving bank deposit and term deposit. Under demand deposit, so deposit from the banks or they may receive the deposit from other customers. Then saving bank deposit, term deposits. Here also the term deposits may be accepted from the banks or from other customers. So next under B part, so deposits of branches in India or deposits of branches outside India. Next, schedule number 4 is borrowings. Borrowings in India, either borrowings from Reserve Bank of India, borrowings from other banks or borrowings from other institutions and agencies. And next is borrowing outside India. Next, secured borrowings, if there is any, it has to be specified separately. Next, under Schedule 5, we have other liabilities and provisions. So under this, we have bills payable, inter-office adjustments, if there are. Next, interest accrued and other items. Under Schedule 6, we have cash and balance with the Reserve Bank of India, cash in hand including foreign currency notes, balance with Reserve Bank of India in current accounts and in other accounts. Next, schedule number 7, balance with banks and money at call and short notice. So, balance with bank or money at call and short notice in India, that is balance with banks, current, it may be in current accounts or deposit accounts, money at call and short notice with the bank and with other institutions. Next, outside India, current accounts, deposit account, money at call and short notice. Next, schedule number 8, that is investment. Investment in India, under this we have government securities, other approved securities, shares, debentures and bonds, investments in subsidiaries and associate companies or joint venture and others. Next, investment outside India. So apart from that, we will also have government securities including local authorities, investments in subsidiaries, joint ventures set up abroad and other investments. Next, under schedule number 9, we have advances. First, bills purchased and discounted, cash credits, overdrafts and loans repayable on demand, term loan. And next, secured by tangible assets covered by bank or government guarantees, then unsecured. Next, advances in India, priority sector, public sector, banks and other. And in the next one, advances outside India, due from banks, due from others, bills purchased and discounted, syndicated loans and others. Next, schedule number 10, we have fixed assets, premises at cost, add additions during the year, less deductions, means if there are any sale, less depreciation to date. Next, to buildings under construction and other fixed assets including furniture and fixtures. So here also we should show cost as on the beginning of the year, add additions during the year, less any sale, less depreciation. Next, we have other assets. Under that, interest accrued, tax paid in advance or tax deducted at source, stationery and stamps, non-banking assets acquired in satisfaction of claims, and other items to be shown. And I told, so after preparing balance sheet, as a footnote we should show the contingent liability. The various items which comes under contingent liabilities are claims against the bank not acknowledged as debt, liability for partly paid investments, liability on account of outstanding forward exchange contract, guarantees given on behalf of constituents in India, outside India, acceptances, endorsements and other obligations, and other items for which the bank is contingently liable. So these are the contingent liabilities, and here the actual entries will be recorded only when those claims are cleared. So next we'll see the various items will come in the profit and loss account. I told the last 4 schedules will come under profit and loss account. So in that, schedule number 13, interest earned, interest earned, interest, discount on advances or bills, income on investment, interest on balance with Reserve Bank of India and other interbank funds, and others. Next, other incomes, commission, exchange, brokerage, rent, profit and sale of investment, profit on revaluation of investment, profit on sale of land, buildings and other assets, profit on exchange transactions, income earned by way of dividend and miscellaneous income. Next, interest expended. So these are the expenditures incurred by the bank. Interest paid on the deposits, interest on Reserve Bank of India or interbank borrowings, and other items. Next, under schedule number 16, we have operating expenses. So many items will come under schedule number 16. Payment to and provisions for employees, rent, taxes and lightings, printing and stationery, advertisement and publicity, depreciation on bank's property, directors' fees, allowances and expenses, auditors' fees, expenses, law charges, postage, telegram, telephone, etc., repairs and maintenance, insurance and other expenditure. So these are the 16 schedules which comes under final accounts of banking company. So you should be very careful. So these schedules will not change. You cannot change the number of schedules. The operating expenses, it should come under schedule number 16 only. The fixed asset should come under schedule number 10 only.